The Oregon State football team has just done something they have only done 3 times in the 129-year history of the program. The Beavs trampled over the Florida Gators 30-3 in the Las Vegas Bowl to cap off a historic third 10-win season, their first since 2006. And to put the cherry on top of it all, the Beavers just landed their highest-ranked player ever in former 5-star Clemson quarterback D.J. Uiagalelei. But Oregon State's success didn't just happen overnight. It comes after a long, grueling journey back to the top that all started with head coach Jonathan Smith, who came back to his alma mater to try and rebuild a program that had suffered through 3 consecutive sub-500 seasons. Nevertheless, there were some diamonds to be found in the rough as future NFL products Jamar Jefferson and Isaiah Hodgins burst onto the scene. Jefferson was even named the Pac-12 Rookie of the Year that 2018 season. However, the Beavers still remain the laughingstock of the Pac-12 and were even considered to be one of, if not the worst team in the FBS. But all that would change over the next 2 seasons, as Oregon State would post 5 wins in 2019, coming just short of a bowl game berth after losing a nail-biter to Washington State after Coach Smith chose to roll the dice and go for the win on a 2-point conversion as opposed to kicking the PAT to tie the game. It is that risky, no-fear mentality that propelled Smith from that game forward, leading the Beavs to a marquee win over their rival Oregon Ducks in a season that was altered by the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. The pandemic was almost a blessing in disguise for the Beavers, who got a fresh start come the 2021 season, where Corvallis became the place that opponents dreaded to play. The Beavers returned to their winning ways, posting a 7-6 record that reignited life into the Orange and Black's loyal fanbase that certainly gave the Beavs home field advantage, with a perfect 6-0 record at Reser Stadium. Oregon State would qualify for their first bowl game in nearly a decade, but would ultimately come up short in the LA Bowl against Utah State by a final score of 24-13. The Beavers took that personally and were on a mission to get back to the big stage, one larger than most of us expected. Oregon State swept through their non-conference schedule before going toe-to-toe with the eventual Heisman Trophy winner Caleb Williams, who just barely managed to get past the Beavs' stellar defense in the final minute of the game to hand them their lone home loss of the year. The Orange and Black then hit the road, where they got beat down by the back-to-back Pac-12 champion Utah Utes. Yet the Beavs were not deterred by those 2 respectable losses and went on to win 7 of their final 8 games, which included a thrilling win at Stanford to snap their losing skid and an all-time comeback over their longtime rivals from Eugene. In the final college football playoff rankings, the Beavs finished above the Ducks for the first time ever, being named the 14th best team in the country, their highest rating since the rankings began back in 2014. As a result of their success, the Beavers were well represented on the all-conference teams, with 9 players being honored, along with head coach Jonathan Smith, who earned Co-Coach of the Year recognition alongside Washington head coach Kalen DeBoer, becoming just the 4th Oregon State head coach to earn the award. It is truly remarkable how Smith has turned this program around in a matter of just 5 years. Then you consider the fact that Smith was just extended as head coach of Oregon State for the next 5 years to come. Who knows what the Beavs will be able to accomplish? Smith is already setting the Beavers up for a successful future, starting by landing 4-star Aiden Childs out of Downey, California. The number 11 overall quarterback in the 2023 class racked up 3,350 yards, 38 touchdowns, and completed 73.2% of his passes this fall. He will make for an intriguing quarterback battle with Uiagalelei, who comes off a season in which he posted career highs in both passing yards and rushing yards with 2,521 plus 545 respectively, in addition to both passing touchdowns and rushing touchdowns with 22 through the air and 7 on the ground. Even if Childs does lose the QB1 battle, it will still be great for him and his development to be taken under the wing of a highly talented prospect like Uiagalelei. No matter how it plays out, we can be sure that these 2 quarterbacks, along with the 17 other recruits landed on National Signing Day, will be in good hands. From the newly constructed west side of Reser Stadium to the evolving culture of the Beaver fanbase, there is a dam being built in Corvallis, and it is only going to get bigger, better, and stronger from here.